too hard.
Welcome to Pure Power Wrestling PowerSlam. My name is Kevin Farrell, and tonight's feature contest, the PPW Cruiserweight Championship, is on the line as Travis "The Heat" Copeland goes one-on-one with Cowboy Bryn Watts. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not waste a moment. Let's get to the ring for PPW action. And just waiting now on Cowboy Bryn Watts. Here he comes looking to snatch that Pure Power Wrestling Cruiserweight Championship from Travis "The Heat" Copeland. These two men have had a bitter, brutal rivalry that has spanned several months ever since Cowboy Bryn Watts made his debut at the end of Tables, Ladders, and Chairs as THC retained the PPW Cruiserweight Championship. I mean, it was a brutal beatdown, one of the most brutal we have seen in the history of PPW at the hands of the Cowboy. And no love lost here from these PPW fans. I mean, Bryn Watts, well known to many of these PPW fans. He has been a staple in Southern Alberta wrestling for very nearly a decade. And I mean, just staring down the PPW fans as he makes his way to the ring. I mean, it honestly seems like Bryn Watts has had a chip on his shoulder since the moment he walked into Pure Power Wrestling. He almost seems offended to see Travis Copeland with that PPW Cruiserweight Championship around his waist. And you hear these fans just letting Bryn Watts have it.
And his opponent, weighing in at 179 pounds, and coming from Fort Macleod, Alberta, he is the current Cruiserweight Champion, Travis "The Heat" Copeland.
And you hear those chants of THC already beginning from the PPW faithful, awaiting our Pure Power Wrestling Cruiserweight Champion, Travis "The Heat" Copeland, one of the most beloved PPW stars on the entire roster. I mean, making his way to the ring, he has valiantly defended that Pure Power Wrestling Cruiserweight Championship against any and all comers, and just the latest, Cowboy Bryn Watts, that seems to have wanted to pick a fight with THC. And I mean, after the past several months that these two men have put themselves through, it would not surprise me if this resembled a fight. Much, much more than a wrestling match. These two guys are going to get in there. They are going to slug it out. They are two of the toughest on the roster. I mean, two guys that they both can wrestle. They both can take it to the mat. They both can take it to the air. But I just have a feeling we are going to see the fists fly in this match tonight. And Cowboy, I mean, it looks like he may be a little slow to get into the ring here. Maybe thinking about exactly what he wants to do to pick apart THC and take that belt home. As I said, Cowboy slowly making his way into the ring. The referee calls for the bell. Here it is. We are officially underway in our main event this evening. Travis "The Heat" Copeland and Cowboy Bryn Watts, a match several months in the making. This crowd chanting for THC as these two men circle in the ring. Cowboy here looking to pick an ankle. Maybe there will be a little more wrestling in this match than I'd anticipated. Two proud athletes. I mean, it would not surprise me to see them go hold to hold, just to prove that one is better than the other here in this ring. As you see the Cowboy hop up on the middle rope there. I mean, these PPW fans letting him have it. No love for the Cowboy. And you hear the cheers for Travis Copeland. And once again, the boos raining down on the Cowboy. Referee trying to convince these two gentlemen to engage. And the lockup. Here we go. Collar and elbow tie up center of the ring. And a break. Neither man with the advantage. Both men broke. Another collar and elbow tie up. Travis Copeland looks like he's getting the best of it, powering Cowboy into the corner. And, I mean, Watts managing to break it. Watts manages to break it, but Copeland, I mean, he's just showing him, this is why I am PPW Cruiserweight Champion. This is why I am the best cruiserweight in the company, as we have another collar and elbow tie-up. This time, Watts forces Copeland into the corner. Breaks on 3, not a clean break. And I mean, there we see a little bit of a slap to the hand from THC and a beautiful, beautiful arm drag. THC has that arm barred now. Hyperextending at the elbow, perhaps looking for a submission early in this match. And that armbar puts a lot of pressure on the shoulder, the elbow joint, as Watts very impressively reverses back to his feet, forcing Copeland into the ropes. Irish whip reversal, and a hip toss from Travis Copeland. Cowboy is slow back to his feet, and another beautiful arm drag from THC, right back into that armbar. A lot of pressure on the shoulder joint, a lot of pressure on the elbow joint. And the Cowboy doing his best to fight back. I don't think he expected so much technical wrestling from Travis Copeland in this match that we've seen so far. Cowboy forcing him up into the ropes. Irish whip, ducks a line, and a drop kick floors the Cowboy, and he's going to roll to the floor and rethink things a little bit in this match. And I mean, Cowboy sitting on the floor, he must be reconsidering his strategy here. And Copeland, complete show of disrespect for his opponent, holding those ropes in, taunting Cowboy Bryn Watts. Watts will get into the ring. I mean, he's going to take his time. He'll get in the ring when he's ready. He has a full 10 count, and it appears that Bryn Watts has every intention of taking that 10 count. Up to 7, and Bryn Watts now breaks the count and back onto the floor. Watts has 10, and I mean, he's going to use it. He is well within his rights to use that 10 count, but you hear the PPW fans none too happy with the cowardly actions of the Cowboy. Very loud Cowboy sucks chant starting here as Bryn Watts rolls back into the ring. And another collar and elbow tie-up, and once again, I mean, it looked like THC got the better of it. Both men now struggling. Copeland with shots to the gut. And an overhand chop. Follows that up with a back elbow in the corner. And THC is on a roll. He is on top here with a stinger splash. And once again, the Cowboy rolling to the floor, rethinking his strategy. Going head on into THC didn't work. He might have to think of something else.
Come on, Cowboy.
And I mean, referee up to 2. As these fans begin chanting, Cowboy sucks. And here comes THC. He is not going to wait another moment. He wants to get his hands on the Cowboy, who slides in the ring and drops the point of the elbow right to the lower back. As I said, a little bit of a change in strategy here. Looking to turn this into a mental game more than a physical game. And the Cowboy is on top. THC, though, fighting back, and the Cowboy rains down a forearm right to the back. Copeland in the corner, Irish whip. And Watts follows it up, looks for a clothesline. Copeland out of the way. Beautiful arm wrench. Going back to that technical wrestling, I mean, that style that won him the PPW Cruiserweight Championship. He cannot deviate. He cannot play into the Cowboys' wheelhouse and let this become a knockdown, drag-out, barroom brawl. Cowboy with a bit of impressive reversal here of his own. Rolling up THC, only able to get a 1 count as THC with a punch right to the face, staggers Cowboy, and Cowboy now fighting back. Watts with a shot to the face, a closed fist. As he drives the shoulder right into the abdomen of THC. He's got to watch himself getting out of this corner. He will be counted down. Break on 4, disqualified on 5. Hard Irish whip, puts THC into the corner and follows it up with a clothesline. Crushing Copeland into that corner. Lateral press, not enough to put THC away, only a 2 count. These fans rallying, trying to get behind THC. As the Cowboy picks him up, and a body slam center of the ring. And Bryn Watts pointing to the top rope. Is it possible? He is going to go high risk to punish the Cowboy. And these fans letting him know exactly what they think of him. Cowboy sucks. Off the second rope with a fist drop, but Copeland moves. Cowboy comes up short, punching that canvas. That hard surface. I mean, that could break any number of bones in the hand. THC tries to fight back, but the Cowboy, with a handful of hair, drives him headfirst into the mat. And a blatant choke right here in front of the referee. The Cowboy's angry now. I mean, he very well could have a broken finger, any number of broken bones in that hand from missing that middle rope fist drop. And the referee getting in between these two men, warning the Cowboy not to choke, as THC is down. THC is down, he could be hurt. I mean, blatant choke, cutting off the wind to Travis Copeland. And Cowboy lifting Copeland off the mat. What does he have in mind here? And disrespectfully dumping Copeland to the floor as we take a brief break. And ladies and gentlemen, we will get back to the conclusion of our main event in just a moment. But first, let's thank the sponsors that help make PPW possible each and every week. Starting, of course, with Backbreaker Media. The Fleming Group of Companies. RPH Irrigation Services Limited. The Smokehouse Barbecue and Bar. Party Central Party Supplies. Pizza Hut. Logic Lumber. Adventure Boot Camp. Sam's Donaires and Hamburgers. New Light Electric. And of course, King of Trade, where you can get your tickets to every PPW event, including his Pure Power Wrestling returns this Saturday, January 20th, with Gauntlet for the Gold. Don't miss the 5-man Gauntlet match for the PPW Cruiserweight Championship. But one night before that, Pure Power Wrestling is live in Tabor at the Tabor Civic Center. Tickets available at Johnson's Drugs. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, next week, we will see one-on-one last man standing, Chris Parrish versus the Irishman. But that's next week. Let's get back to the conclusion of this week's main event with THC out on the floor, Cowboy now following him out. And Cowboy with Copeland's head off the ring apron. The corner of that ring, I mean, absolutely no give. It could do a lot of damage. It could cause a concussion. It could knock a guy out. THC could be in very big trouble here if he keeps taking these headshots. The referee might want to consider stepping in here. I mean, referee being very liberal. Cowboy with a handful of hair. THC blocks the head attempt. Once again blocks shots to the gut. And the face of the Cowboy smashed right off that apron. Cowboy rolling into the ring, trying to escape THC. Big clothesline takes the Cowboy down. Follows it up with a back elbow. And a drop kick plants the Cowboy, center of the ring. THC now going high risk, climbing up top. This did not pay off for Cowboy earlier in this match. Will it pay off for Copeland here? Cowboy hits the ropes and hangs Copeland up on the top rope with a boot to the face, just to add insult to injury and a couple of shots to the head. Going high risk did not pay off for THC. Once again, these fans, Cowboy sucks, letting him know exactly what they think of him. And Cowboy, it looks like he'd be thinking superplex here, looking to put THC away. Watts straining. Watts is giving it all he's got, trying for the superplex. Shots to the ribs, though. And THC with an overhand chop. Another overhand chop breaks Watts' grip as he falls back first into the ring. THC up to the top rope with a beautiful top rope missile drop kick. Both men are down. THC slow to his knees, slowly making a cover. As lateral press as he hooks the leg. Only a 2 count, though. A beautiful missile drop kick, but not quite enough to put the Cowboy away in this match. These fans rallying, getting behind Travis Copeland as he has Watts hooked. And a delayed vertical suplex, almost a version of a jackhammer, plants Bryn Watts. THC's, hooks the leg, only a 2 count. You see there, THC hooked both legs in this case, as opposed to one, putting even more pressure, even more weight on the shoulders of the Cowboy, but still not enough to put him away. Cowboy dropping down. Looks like he's asking for a timeout. THC knows there are no timeouts in pro wrestling. Looks to put him away, and THC grabs him by the tights, pulls him face first into the bottom turnbuckle. This cerebral style of the Cowboy Bryn Watts as he drives the point of the elbow right into the chest of THC. And Bryn Watts once again signals to the official that he has a 10 count to work with, and he has every intention of using it. Overhand chop. You hear these thunderous chops from these two men. I mean, unbelievable pain that sends through the chest of either man. Watts bringing it back into the ring. And Copeland slow to get back to his feet, using those ropes to try to help him up. And THC's going to give him a hand, hooking him up. And Cowboy Bryn Watts with a beautiful vertical suplex. Float over and a cover, a little bit of a lackadaisical cover. And I mean, you see just the force with which THC kicked out there. You have to figure if Watts had hooked him a little more, he would have had it. As we see here, hooks the leg. THC once again kicking out. Bryn Watts perhaps just gave him a little bit too much time to recover. THC fighting back with the point of the elbow. And Watts going to the eyes, going to the face. Behind the referee's back. Irish whip. THC ducks a clothesline, shot to the gut, beautiful twist of fate, and both men are down in the center of the ring. You see Bryn Watts very intelligently rolling to the ropes. There is nothing that THC can do to him if he's in those ropes. He can't pin him, he can't make him submit. THC cannot win this match as long as Bryn Watts is in those ropes. THC now back to his feet. Stomps to the gut, stomps to the chest area. And a big back elbow. Follows it up with a clothesline in the corner. Watts is reeling, both men exhausted. Watts now throwing punches. A big chop. Cowboy with the Irish whip. THC holds on. And I mean, a reversal here, charging at THC. THC tried to grab him, but you see Watts raining down the forearms to the back and dropping him with a body slam straight into the cover. No wasted motion here. Only a 2 count. No wasted motion. Bryn Watts now putting his hand on an official. He better be careful not to get disqualified in this match. Having words with our official, giving THC a little bit too much time, in my opinion, to recover. Copeland slowly but surely making his way back to his feet. And Watts with a shot right to the side of the face. THC fires one off of his own. These two men standing in the center of the ring, exchanging blows. THC now getting the better of it. Irish whip, Watts reversal. Ducks a clothesline. Watts looking for a sidewalk slam. THC though, with the incredible head scissor, and both men down with a double clothesline. Another attempt, both men down with a double clothesline. Both men thinking the same thing here in this match. THC ducks a line, both men off the ropes. THC with a Thez press, now raining down blows onto the head. And Bryn Watts rolls over here with a reversal, raining down blows of his own. The referee here trying to separate these two. Both men in the ropes. And I mean, these two throwing punches here, reversing each other, neither man willing to relent. And you hear the bell, it sounds like this is going to be ruled a no contest. I mean, neither one of these men at this point are listening to the official's instructions. Bryn Watts shoving the referee out of the way. This is just broken down. Bryn Watts now on top of Travis the Heat Copeland, raining down forearms to the chest, shoves the referee away once again. I mean, unheard of act of disrespect towards a PPW official. Just shoving the referee down, and THC now back to his feet, coming to the aid of our official. And what has he got in mind here? Looking for something. Bryn Watts shoves him right into the steps, and once again raining down forearms.
Get off him now. Get off him still.
Watts with an Irish whip, reversal, and Watts face first, right into the steel post. No give whatsoever. That is a solid steel post, an 8-foot tall steel post that Bryn Watts ran face first into. THC rolls back into the ring. Bryn Watts now, it looks like, I mean, slowly trying to make his way into the ring. It looks like he does not want this fight to end. THC trying to kick him out. THC catches him, drags him in, and a rope assisted this time. Twist of fate. Bryn Watts is down, rolling out to the floor. And I mean, this match ruled a no contest. Neither man coming out on top, but THC looks like is standing tall as Bryn Watts is out on the floor.
Referee Kenny informs me that we have a double disqualification.
Well, there you have the official announcement. A double disqualification. Still the Pure Power Wrestling Cruiserweight Champion, Travis the Heat Copeland. You have to figure this is not the way he wanted to retain here this evening. He wanted to have a straight up one-on-one match, and this is not going to be all we see of THC and the Cowboy. Cowboy once again putting his hands on an official. For Pure Power Wrestling, my name is Kevin Farrell. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you in Tabor and at Saturday, January 20th, Gauntlet for the Gold, live in Lethbridge, Alberta. More information on purepowerwrestling.ca. Thank you for joining us, and don't forget to tune in next week.